All right, it is race day at Unity Speedway. Looking forward into tonight. Gonna see how the track is. I'm sure it's gonna be slick, as usual. So, but no, super looking forward to it. Hopefully that we can get a good draw. If we can make the redraw in the heat race, if we can get a good starting spot tonight. I think it really depends on the starting position most of the nights. Some nights it can be pretty racy, but just some nights it's just kind of one lane cruising around the bottom, unfortunately. But we'll see what the track does tonight. Hopefully it works in our favor, and like I said, get a good redraw tonight, and hopefully we can, like I said, just get a good spot, and hopefully we can win it. So but no, just really want to win, and I think we're definitely due for it. We've done a lot of hard work and determination in the sport, so just looking forward to it, and hopefully we can win. And yeah, we'll see you guys there at Bear Ridge. Alright guys, we made it to Unity Speedway today. Track was already looking, kind of dry, kind of wet at the same time. Gonna go out there and probably stick a screwdriver out there and see how the moisture is on the track, but as of right now, it kind of looks dry to me. So, like I said, I kind of figured it'd be, probably slick again, but no, just looking forward to tonight. And like I said, track looks dry, but we'll see what we can do tonight, and looking forward to it. Alright guys, we're going to be going out for hot laps and heating the motor now. So I haven't really looked at the track recently, but I'm sure it's going to dry out like I was saying earlier. So, but yeah, we're going to be going out for hot laps and heating the motor, and we'll let you know how I start in the heat. And yeah, we'll let you know from there on. Alright guys, just went out for hot laps. Car didn't feel too bad. I felt like I was a little loose through the slick there, but running the bottom had some moisture, so obviously I felt a lot better down there. Just had to open up my entry and roll the bottom a little bit better and get the good exit drive. But no, if I went any higher than that, it just kind of felt like I was at the lunch. But no, we're going to be working on that now, which we are now at the moment, and we're going to see what we can do for the heat race, and I'll let you guys know what our heat race lineup is. Hopefully it's somewhat decent, and at least in a transfer spot to transfer in from to the redraw, so we can hopefully get a good redraw tonight for the start good features. So, but no, we'll see what happens, and we'll let you guys know soon where I start in the heat. Alright guys, we start 7th in heat number 1. They take top 6 to the transfer for the redraw, so I think this is our worst starting spot all year, but we're getting higher up in the points and getting good average points for features. Consistently, we're getting top 10s at least every night, so that adds up some points, especially when you're doing it consistently. So we start further back in this heat race, start 7th like I said. So we just had to get one spot at least to transfer on and make it to the redraw, and if we can do that, hopefully we can redraw something good for the feature. But yeah, rolling off 7th in this heat race here, and let's see what we can do here. had a really good heat race there. We started 7th and picked off 4th. That was a really, really good heat race, especially with how the track is. It's just usually just, like I said, as you guys seen, it's usually just slicking one lane around the bottom. You know, I made one pass around the top. I pretty much had to, or else I was going to get freight trained and stuck around the bottom. But no, we got that pass around the outside, and we darted back down to the bottom for that little chop that we did there, and we ran them all in, and we passed, I think, I don't even know, 2 more cars or whatever we did. But no, that was really awesome. We passed really good cars, you know, doing it. So it's definitely an A+ for sure. You know, we're figuring this stuff out here, and no, just super excited. I have a really good feeling that we can, you know, win this feature. We roll off 11th, which is not the best start. I mean, actually 10th. Sorry, they actually redid the lineup or whatever, but I actually start 10th here, which kind of sucks that I start on the outside, but we can possibly make something work from the top. Hopefully we get enough run and maybe be able to, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe the middle or top will stick for me, and I'll be able to get around a couple of cars, and maybe the bottom will open up for me, and we'll go down there, because I know the bottom is very well dominant here. But we'll see what we can do, rolling off 10th, and have a good feeling for this one. what's going on, guys? Here for the recap of Unity Speedway. Had a super dominant performance in the heat race, 7th to 4th, so it was a really good start to the night. Moved on to the feature, started 10th, and we ended up getting 11th. The track was super tough. They watered the top, and I went up there to test the top to feel how it was, and it didn't feel too bad when you're running it in up top after the water got put down, and I just felt like I wasn't really sticking up there as much as I should have. It didn't work for me. I mean, I stuck, but it just wasn't, working for me as good as the two guys that got by me on the top. And once I went to the top, I got passed on the bottom. So I can kind of figured I didn't really know what to do other than just run the bottom, because the barrage is usually dominant around the bottom. So once I got passed on the bottom too, and I tried the top, I was like, I don't know, maybe the bottom's coming back in. So I went down to the bottom and just ran it the rest of the way. It was just super hard to get by people on the bottom with everyone down there. It's kind of just a cluster down there on the bottom, so you can't really go anywhere there. But we just kind of had to ride it out, I guess. I'd try to be aggressive as possible down there. When I could get some spots, I would try, and it was just super difficult with how slick the track was down there, especially even up top. Like I said, I tried up there and I couldn't stick as good, I guess, as the other drivers, or get that drive is what I mean by that. But no, we'll just have to work on it for next time for barrage. But we're going to be racing at Unity on Friday here, which is tomorrow if you guys are watching this today. So looking forward to that. Super excited. The last time we were actually there, we actually won. So but no, getting excited and pumped up for that, and hopefully we can get a good finish at Unity. Like I said, last time we were there, we won. So let's just hopefully we can carry that momentum to Unity Speedway so we can get that win from last year. And but yeah, super looking forward to that and seeing what we can do. But just got to thank you guys for watching and supporting me, and everyone that makes this possible for me to do in racing, and just got to thank everyone's support and help. So but no, looking forward to tomorrow for Unity Speedway. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I've been watching the weather, so but it should be good, and should be able to race the race. So but no, looking forward to Unity, and we'll see you guys there.